Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zishan Rizvi from Rehan AI Teacher Training Institute, Batch 21. Today, I'm going to discuss with the Chat GPT how to create growth mindset and embrace challenges. I have a couple of questions. So, my first question is: Hi, GPT.
Hey Zeshan, I'm ready. Go ahead with your first question, and I'll do my best to give you a solid answer that you can use for your discussion.
Excellent. My first question is about understanding growth mindset. So, what does a growth mindset truly mean to you?
That's a great starting point. A growth mindset, in essence, is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. It's really about seeing challenges as opportunities rather than threats. So you embrace them, you learn from mistakes, and you keep improving.
All right. And how is growth mindset different from a fixed mindset?
That's a really important distinction. A fixed mindset is when you believe your abilities are static, like you're either good at something or you're not. By contrast, a growth mindset says no matter where you start, you can improve with practice and dedication. So, a growth mindset is about flexibility, while a fixed mindset keeps you stuck in place.
All right. And why do some people fear challenges instead of embarrassing them?
Yeah, that's a really natural reaction. Often it comes from a fear of failure or looking incompetent, especially if they tie their self worth to being naturally good at something. But once people recognize that challenges are just steps in the learning process, that fear can shift.
All right. And can anyone develop a growth mindset, or is it something you are born with?
Anyone can develop a growth mindset. It's not a fixed trait you're born with, it's a set of beliefs and habits that you can cultivate over time. It takes practice, self reflection, and intentionally reframing how you respond to setbacks. So it's absolutely within reach for anyone.
How does your mindset influence your daily decisions?
It influences them a lot because if you have a growth mindset, you'll see challenges as chances to grow. So you're more likely to take risks, try new things, and persist when things get hard. On the other hand, a fixed mindset might cause you to avoid challenges, stick to what you know, and give up more easily if things get tough.
And when was the first time you avoided a challenge and why?
That's a good introspective question. I don't have personal experiences, but I can say that for a lot of people, the first time they avoid a challenge, it's often because of a fear of failure or maybe a lack of confidence in their ability at that moment. Once they reflect on it, though, they often realize they had more potential than they thought.
And what limiting beliefs are holding you back right now?
That's a really powerful question to sit with. I think for a lot of people, limiting beliefs can be things like, I'm not good enough yet, or I'll never figure this out. If you reflect on your own, you can start catching those thoughts and see where they might be limiting you. Once you notice them, you can actively challenge them.
And how do you react when fails at something important?
That's a tough moment, but I try to treat it as a data point, not a verdict. I pause, I ask myself what I can learn from it, and I remind myself that one failure doesn't define me. Then I adjust my approach and keep going, knowing that setbacks are part of learning.
What does failure teach you about yourself?
Failure can be really revealing. It shows you where your resilience is, how you handle setbacks, and often it exposes blind spots or areas you still need to grow in. In a growth mindset, failure becomes a kind of compass, pointing you toward what you still need to work on.
Okay. Are you more focused on proving yourself or improving yourself?
I'm definitely more focused on improving myself. When you're aiming to prove yourself, you tend to be more concerned about the outcome, how others see you. But when you're improving yourself, you're focused on the process, and that leads to long term growth.
Excellent. And why are challenges essential for personal growth?
Challenges are essential because they push you beyond your comfort zone. They expose you to new skills, perspectives, and ways of thinking. Without them, you just stay in a safe bubble. But growth happens when you stretch yourself and figure out what you're truly capable of.
Okay. And how can you train your mind to see challenges as opportunities?
You can train your mind by starting with small steps. When a challenge comes up, pause and reframe it, asking yourself, what can I learn here? You can also visualize the long term benefits of growth and practice gratitude for the effort, not just the results. Over time, that shift becomes more natural.
And what is one challenge that changed your life for the better?
I don't have personal experiences, but a common example for many people is taking on a public speaking challenge. At first, it's really intimidating, but once you face that fear, it builds confidence, communication skills, and a sense of personal strength that really carries forward.
How do successful people approach difficult situations?
Successful people tend to approach difficult situations with a sense of curiosity and calm. They break the problem down into smaller steps, focus on what they can control, and view setbacks as temporary hurdles, just another part of the process, not the end of the road.
And how small challenges can you start embarrassing today?
You can start with something really manageable, maybe a conversation you've been avoiding, or a small task outside your comfort zone, like volunteering to lead a brief discussion or practice a new skill. The key is to pick something just a bit something bigger than your usual routine, so you feel a little uncomfortable, but not overwhelmed.
How do you stay motivated when things get tough?
Staying motivated in tough times often comes down to reconnecting with your bigger purpose, why you started in the first place. I also find it helpful to celebrate small wins, break big goals down into tiny steps, and give yourself some grace. Recognize that it's okay to have off days.
And what strategies help you bounce back after setbacks?
One key strategy is reflection, taking time to understand what happened and what you can learn. I also rely on setting new realistic goals, staying connected to a support network, and practicing self compassion so I keep perspective and remember that setbacks are just part of the journey.
How important is patience in developing a growth mindset?
Patience is absolutely crucial. Growth doesn't happen overnight, it's a long term process. When you're patient, you give yourself the space to practice, fail, and adjust. Without patience, it's easy to get discouraged and give up too soon.
Okay, and how do you handle criticism and feedback?
I handle it by staying open and curious. I try to separate the message from my ego, so I ask, what can I learn from this? If the feedback is constructive, I apply it, and if it's just unhelpful, I remind myself to let it go, so I stay focused on my growth.
Awesome. And can the struggle actually make you stronger? How?
Absolutely. Struggle pushes you to develop resilience and problem solving skills. When things are tough, you have to adapt, learn new approaches, and discover strengths you might not have known you had. Over time, that struggle builds your capacity to handle future challenges better.
And what daily habits can help build a growth mindset?
Daily habits like setting small intentional learning goals, practicing gratitude for progress, and reflecting on daily challenges can really help. Also, seeking feedback, staying curious, and celebrating small wins each day keeps that growth mindset muscle strong.
All right. And how can you replace negative self talk with positive thinking?
A good way is to catch yourself when you notice that negative self talk and then pause. Challenge that thought by asking, is this really true? Then reframe it with a positive or growth oriented statement. Something like, I'm learning and every step counts. With practice, that shift starts to feel more natural.
And what role does learning play in personal growth?
Learning is absolutely at the core of personal growth. Every time you learn something new, you expand your perspective, develop new skills, and build confidence. It keeps you curious, adaptable, and constantly evolving. So without learning, growth really stalls.
And who inspires you to keep growing and why?
I don't have personal heroes, but I can say that a lot of people are inspired by figures who show perseverance, like a mentor or a historical figure, or even someone in their community. What matters is that they see a real example of growth, and it reminds them what's possible.
All right. And what is one step you will take today to embrace a new challenge?
I think today I'd pick a small intentional action, maybe committing to learn a new skill, like dedicating 20 minutes to a topic I've avoided. That little stretch keeps me moving forward and builds confidence in the process.
Excellent. Thank you very much, GPT. You have been very, very helpful, and you honestly provided an excellent amount of knowledge and wisdom to me and to my viewers. And hopefully, I will touch base with you again with some new topic, new question. And thank you very much. And uh, this is from my side. I must say, have a wonderful day and bye for now.
You're very welcome, Zeshan. I'm really glad I could help. I'm looking forward to your next set of questions. And in the meantime, take care, have a great day, and I'll be here when you need me. Bye for now.